Hello. So it's gonna be hard because I don't know where to begin with this. Um, this was a secondary channel. I'm going to post my original channel where I had more subscribers. I hadn't been posting a lot. I've been posting a lot about my gang stalking and harassment lately. Um, we moved to a different residence, so a lot of change has been going on, so videos wasn't a thing that I was doing. A lot of changes have been going on. So, when you post and tell people that you are not afraid to expose them if they keep doing it, and they keep doing it, I guess that means that they just want to be exposed. Because why else would you keep doing it after you've been told not to do it? I just assumed that they watch. Maybe they don't watch my channel. They sure know a lot about me, though. Kind of eerie it was. But anyways, so whatever. So they still keep doing the shit. They still keep playing their little games. And if you look at my other videos, I don't exactly know where it 100% began, like a lot of people don't really know. It might have been when I called out online, like some activist groups. I was talking to someone who's calling them out because they were being violent and they were slandering people, which is what gang stalkers do, which is interesting. When you call out like violent activist groups, or when they're being dishonest, when they're slandering people, even in the propaganda media when they do that shit, and somehow, I guess because I was in the town, working in the town where that was happening, that it followed me there. But I don't know if it happened earlier than that. I really can't say. But all I know is that it's happening, and it's interesting because I know that one of the goals is to isolate the victim. But every time I like step out of the break room, they get mad. And go back to my other videos where I talk about this, where they want me in the break room, where they try to imply soliciting sexual acts from me. I don't know if that was the main thing that they wanted, or if they just wanted me to get me involved in a crime, or if they actually were doing that and they are part of a crime network, which is possible. A lot of drugs and stuff is involved. So I don't know. I just know that it's just gotten weirder. I mean, I do realize that certain places have regulars that come, but when you have regulars that seem to live nearly at the place until it closes, I just think that's really, really odd. And when they respond to me in different ways, or when they're obviously copying me in ways, like obvious, I'm not just saying like a little bit here and there, it's just like really obvious. Like, I know what's going on, and we all know that's what's going on. I know there's a lot of naysayers, but we all know what's going on if we are being gang stalked. Like, we all know the fucking MO. Sorry, I cuss a lot on. I just do. Oh, sorry, that's a cat. Hold on. So, anyways, notice like so we all know there's certain types of people that tend to be targeted. And I've noticed, like, obviously in the spiritual community is really starting to pick up on this, because a lot of people realize that it's also a spiritual war. Anything that's well, obviously in the if you're a spiritual person, anything that's in the physical world and the mental sphere and the psychological sphere is also in the spiritual sphere as well. And it is affecting, and it's really interesting because it seems like one of the motives is to like dumb you down and drug you up and get rid of your, like, one of the things they want you to be seen as crazy. Either they can drug you up, or they can get you addicted to something that stifles your gifts, that stifles your whatever, right? It's just, that seems to be one of the motives. Now, I'm not saying that's a motive in every case. It seems to be one of the things that tends to be something that happens. But anyways, so it's really interesting when I've mentioned, like, hey, I'm willing to drop names. Like, I've been nice so far, and when I say this and I let people know, and I know people are going to tell other people, and they keep doing it, I just don't know what to say. Like, when the store leader, progressive grocery food chain, I've already mentioned who they are, I think. at least on one of my platforms, when the first one that left was doing it. People were like implying oral sex in the restroom, and you know, it was like, okay, you know, that's fucking odd. But when the store leader does it, and she was female, and not saying that females can't do that, but it's weird to be implying sucking, having oral sex with a male phallic symbol, banana, the way she was eating it, very sexual, in front of me with eyes, with certain, anyways, I've mentioned it in another video, but anyway, so that store leader left, but another one came, and they just recently, the other day, haven't done it before, but I suspected him because he was watching me when I was like out, because they have an issue with me not being in the break room, whatever. Anyways, so he came out and did the licking the lips and giving me sexual looks. A whole bunch of people quit, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they'll leave me alone, maybe they're scared, and they all left, and so maybe, but no, the new people start doing it too, so whoever is hiring these people is telling them to do this to me. Now, I'm not a whack job, I'm not like one of these people that sees this in everybody and everything, because it's not, it's just with certain people and them, they do this, and it's obvious what they're doing. I'm not crazy. That's the thing, we're not crazy. They want us to look crazy. Oh, they're saying everyone's doing it. They must be crazy. No. You know. But anyway, so I just want to say, like, it's obviously, it's also, it has a spiritual element to it. Obviously. And it's really weird because certain aspects of this journey for me has been very, very odd and almost in the supernatural realm. Not all of it, but some of it. Some of it's obvious, mundane stalking. Others seem quite weird. Seem quite, maybe they're really good study of like people and can kind of tell because they got so many people watching what the person might be thinking. But see, now I know that it's not only, over time I've learned that it's not only just the employees watching, it's also customers watching. Customers are watching and doing this weird shit. So it's really just, it's just like, I don't know what's wrong with these people. They obviously, we all know they have mental problems. I don't know what they've heard about me, and I really don't know their overall agenda, and when it started. But I'm just telling you this is where I've been, and I'm going to go ahead and link my other video to my other channel, and that's covering this, maybe my last video that covered this. But I'm in a new place now, and I'm in a new mindset. I really am. I'm willing to take this all the way. Like, really, honestly, I'm done. I'm willing, you know, people need to be told that they're not the only ones. There's lots of beautiful channels on YouTube and other platforms discussing this. It's not just something that's, it's not just a whole bunch of people who are crazy. I'm not saying that there aren't people who have some kind of psychosis, sorry. But a lot of the people who are complaining about gang stalking don't. Can it drive you to even more of a psychosis if you let it? Yes, it can. You can go into a place where you do drive well, they drive you crazy, but you're letting them drive you crazy. Don't do that. I'm gonna try to bring a lot of like my spiritual, the things that I've been doing to kind of go ahead and inform others what they can do from and I know there's a lot of points of views about how to do it from a more metaphysical kind of spiritual occult view of a witch's point of view. I know there's a lot of Christians who are gang stalk. I'm not saying, I don't want to get into like what, as long as you have a spirituality that helps you through it, I think it's okay. I'm not going to say one is better than the other, but because I am in the witchcraft occult vein, I'm going to use that, and using archetypal energies and using that sort of thing. The tools that we have, energy, do the Reiki healing. I've this is my expertise. This is what I do, so that's what I'm going to bring to what I have. Like a really good channel. It's really awesome. Conjure Queen, she does that. But and it's not to say there's no. The more people that come out about this, the better. And we just need more voices. And I've seen more come up even since I've been offline last. Really, more people, because I tried to get away from it, like the mindset of it, like it's able to kind of like detach. But they just kept going, even after the fire. They just kept going. They thought it was funny. They thought it was. See, these people are evil. These people have demons, and I don't know. Like even if you don't believe in demons, these people have something wrong with them. Their intent. There is something wrong with these people. Also, many of them are weak people. They're weak-willed. They're easily controlled. They've found some kind of control, whether it be an organized religion, whether it be the media, the propaganda that's so prevalent now. And if you go against any of it, you're bad. Their educational indoctrination, that happens too. Any kind of organizational sort of structure, hierarchy that tries to impose some sort of, like they've fallen for something, or they don't think for themselves. And I'm not saying that you can't like take from certain structures, but you have to be able to think for yourself and be your own person. These people can't seem to do that, and they're looking for validation from others, and that's why I think a lot of them get roped into it. Either that, or they've gotten in trouble and someone has leverage on them, whether that be like short prison time, or they're homeless, or they have some kind of situation to where they're more easily controlled. They're in poverty or whatever. So this is what I'm seeing. This is how, but I think the people who are really, really doing it, really for like the evil intent, there is something wrong with them. And I've been able to see, like even like when I started calling out that activist group, and I wasn't even really calling them out so much, I was acknowledging that what they were doing and that I could see what they were doing. And that got me targeted. I was targeted online. They posted horrible things about me that weren't true, saying that I was a hateful person. I am not. The things I were saying, they were not hateful. I can see through it. You know, the fake virtue, anyone can see through that shit. Well, I'm sorry, not, I guess not a lot of people can. I think a lot of people either buy into it or are scared to admit that they see through it, or are scared to try to even see through it. But trying to pull the wool over my eyes, I can tell. I can tell. You body language and everything. But yeah, I could tell something was up at work. And, you know, they tried all their methods, the little honeypot method, and, you know, and all this other bullshit. And, you know what? They just won't stop. And they really, really, really are, I don't know, they feel confident. They feel confident that they're going to get away with it. But in the end, we all know they won't get away with it. At least not karmically. Because the universe has a justice all its own. But, yeah. So this is where I am right now. I'm starting over. Because I can't get on my other channel. The password, the username, the email, I don't know. It's gone. Anyways, I guess that's okay. I guess it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is helping others people get through this, because it kills people. Some people can't go through this. Like, we've all been there. Like, if you've been gangstalked, you know that there's like this point where you just either want to snap, or, you know, or even like really just depressed. And these people are sick. These people, the people that they have like drawn at, like, that actually have like driven people to suicide or some violent act, are just as guilty as the person that acts, I believe, in a way, because they're driving them towards this. It's like a form of bullying. Like even some of like the mass shooters that you've seen, and like some suicides have been complained of, like, bullying, not only from, like, let's say at high schools, from other students, but also from teachers. And if you think teachers don't bully students, no, that's not the way it works. You know, people that I work with are supposed to be, some of them are supposed to be grown up. I got older ass people doing this shit, being bullies. So these people don't grow out of being bullies, they just take it with them. You know? You can have parents that are bullies, you can have teachers that are bullies, you can have bosses that are bullies, you can have bosses sexually harass you of any sex and gender. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. These people are fucking sick. And yes, I cuss in this in my videos occasionally. But it's like, let's get real. These people, you know, you gotta arm up. You gotta, like, find something that works for you spiritually, psychologically. And remember that ultimately these people are weak. They are weak-willed. They're easily led, so they will be their own demise. So if you're strong enough to stay within yourself and keep going, that's the best. But I just want to say that going forward, I will be covering this. I will be covering bullying as well, because it's so closely related in many ways. But also, you know, obviously the occult and witchcraft and how to deal, you know, using our spiritual powers in this battle, because that's what we are here to do. If you can use energies and you can use these spiritual forces, you're supposed to be using them, you know, at this time, because this war has been waged against you. If you are being anxious, you have been chosen. They have been targeting you. You have been chosen to step up and fight the battle, because maybe you didn't want to, but you really have no choice. Now you have to. So choose your weapons if you want to. Like I said, I'm not going to say like one spirituality is better than the other. Some people choose Christianity, or some people use, even they aren't spiritual, they use psychology, whatever. But for this channel, it's going to be mostly, yeah. Yeah, they'll use psychology, but a lot of witchcraft, which there is some overlap there. But anyways, I just wanted to say where I've been going, I mean, what I've been doing and where I'm going to be going with this channel. It's starting out small, but whatever. You know, I'll have a link to my old stuff. I actually put a lot of videos on private when a lot of this stuff started happening, and I wanted to find a new job, and so a lot of videos are kind of just gone. They've been on private, and I can't get into the other channel. So what I have up there is what I have up there. But anyways, so I don't know how much battery I have left. This is how I'm going to start out my new cycle of YouTube. So it's going to be a new new focus. Like maybe I'll even incorporate some readings in there too. I'm not sure, but I know the major focus is how to arm up and how to do the battle, because the battle is here. The battle's been here for a while. I've been feeling it. I've been feeling it since I moved to the city. In urban settings, you'll feel the energy more. That's just putting that out there. But anyway, so, you know, until then, until next time, you know, peace, love, and light, and carry that fiery sword. See you next time.